It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Christian Watson. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Packers and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've...
No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to beat.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's across midfield. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Flushed out right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Now it's Fields.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Preston Smith able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on there.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick, because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Love looking to throw it.
Throw caught by Musgrave.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Love with it.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Going back to Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. I mean, look at this Packers defense.
Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, #1 versus #1. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
The 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. On play action. Love to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone.
Got a man that's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
Cook. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
That was Eddie Jackson on the safety blitz, dropping the quarterback.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Now Love. Touchdown, Packers.
Jaden Reed
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his these guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Love now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
54 yards.
And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now here's Trenton Gill now.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
And Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Rodgers to return it. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
A give left side here for Herbert. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
And the Bears 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Rodgers on the return. Oh, he shifts past him. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Onto the field now come the Bears.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
18 yards the gain for number 18. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the gun, Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
To the air again, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Goodwin.
And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Fields. That is caught by Herbert.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Bears get a late score here, the final minute of the 1st half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10.
Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Packer offense heading back for one final 1st half drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the 2nd quarter. The Panthers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Herbert powering up the middle.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Now Fields going to keep it running left.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They start the drive with Cook.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, here's the option.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Fields.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Chicago.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Preston Smith there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They'll go again with Herbert.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
On play action, Fields.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Love.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To throw now. Here's Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off in big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Cook up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Here's Cook again.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun. Love.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Fields on third down.
A little juke, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
On the option left is Fields.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. Here's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Devontae Wyatt.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Love looking to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Oh, he stays up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Devontae Wyatt
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
Back to throw, Fields. Dropping this underneath with Herbert.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll run with Herbert. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
It's a gain of 3. And the Bears first down.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Fields now to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Now Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now it's Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And he'll go down at the 28. On first down, it's Fields. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Fields on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Bears! Robert Tonyan, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by a field goal. A little over 50 seconds remaining. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. All eyes on Fields. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it, and what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Packers, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Chicago,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.